Hey guys, Gokai25
and Archer1934.
with episode 107 of Minji Review. Today we have the Kaizoku Sentai Gokai Jet, the Gokaioh. Model this is Gokai Galleon, Joe's Gokai Jet, Luca's Gokai Trailer, Doc's Gokai Racer, and Im's Gokai Marine. Alright, so now we have the Gokai Galleon. This is actually the first time we used a pirate ship. And this is also the home base for where the Gokaigers live and whatnot. Now, sad part is that the Gokai Galleon isn't as big as the show is, because in the show you see it when they do the mecha formation. All the mechas come out of the Gokai Galleon from the smallest to the biggest to the smallest. It has wheels, which is nice, and also has the pirate ship logo on the front.
I do like the extra detail they put on the sides where you actually can see all the cannons, and they even actually work in the peg for the arms as the main cannon point too.
Now the sad part is that the back looks just really odd because the peg is sticking out, and that's where the legs are, and it looks kind of weird because it looks like it's like cannon, or you can think of them as boosters, but they're really just pegs.
Similar issue happened with Shinken, you see the pegs for the legs in emblem mode.
Now the only thing I would complain is that some of the they should at least color a bit more, like right here with the decals.
Gokaioh unfortunately doesn't have any stickers or any die cast or any chrome parts. It's just specifically just paint only.
So now we have the Gokai Jet. The Jet actually looks kind of
very reminiscent to like something from Jetman.
Because it's a jet. The only thing that looks odd is that it doesn't really, the front resembles a jet. The back, on the other hand, doesn't really look like a jet at all.
It doesn't really have any kind of engine design,
Yeah.
It's just flat.
It also holds the helmet of the Gokaioh right here. Now, you guys gotta remember that when the Gokai Jet has wheels, so you have to lower it, because when you do the transformation, it has to be like this. So you guys gotta remember to lower it, just like in the SWAT Megazord. Now, for each of the mechas, you can actually trigger the opening switch. All you gotta do is just have your fingernail or something, pop it up.
And so you can do it manually just in case it's something that's stuck, or you just wanted to do it for fun.
It's actually a decent design, though it doesn't really look like a jet in the perspective on the back rather than the front. Alright, so now we have Luca's mecha, the Gokai Trailer. Mainly much just a trailer.
It also looks like a treasure chest.
To trigger it, you just gotta press the button, and you're done. Now the Gokai Trailer is actually a reminiscence to the Deca Ranger's Pat Trailer because
they have the exact same kind of transformation and the same issues as the other one.
Yeah, they both form the legs. Now the only difference is that the Gokai Trailer, you have to split it up, while the Pat Trailer,
you just lift it up.
You just lift it up. The only thing I don't like is that the front is so small, it's just odd looking.
And it doesn't even match it because it's a lot more brown than yellow.
You can think of it as a treasure chest or something to just hold something in because it actually looks like a truck more anyway. So now we have Hakusei's mecha, the Gokai Racer. The front looks like a really nice race car-ish design, but the back is just random weirdness.
Very basic.
And just like before, just open it up and
unless you manually release it.
The design is okay.
I particularly don't like how the arm is exposed like this.
The fist is right here, and it doesn't really look right because they don't even have a cover to show like, oh, it's a race car. I would have liked that if there's a little like, you know,
something close or just flattens out.
The Racer, you can think of it as something from either Car Rangers, Go-Orange, or Turbo Rangers. Anything with a car in it, it can actually look like it. We have the final mecha now, Im's Gokai Marine. This is a marine submarine. It's not really, you know, anything nice. Now, the funny thing is that this actually looks like a mouth. It looks like a mouth opening up, and there's an eye right here, so it's like, it's kind of weird. Now, the good thing I like about it is that they actually show more pink than most mechas do when there's the Pink Ranger. Most of the time, it's always black or white, and it's like maybe a streak of line. The wheels are on the bottom like all of the woods, and to open it up, you can do the same thing. Now, this is actually a reminiscence of the Gokaiger's Gokai Marine because it actually looks like it in general.
It looks, you can actually interchange and they look pretty much identical.
They really much. The top does. The only thing that's different is that the Gokai Marine is more wider, while the Gokaiger one will be just thinner. That's about it. So now we have the Gokaioh. This is the first time we actually have a pirate theme Megazord compared to in Gokaiger where they had just
a power
maneuverability, just like all the Megazords now, just
only arm movement,
and that's it.
I do like the extra detail they put into it because it kind of looks like on Yellow he has a peg leg. They made it like
making that slanted instead of having it like a straightforward leg. So this is where the swords are. Now what you have to do is that you have to reverse the swords.
The left one goes inside the right one and the right one goes on the left.
Just like in a real pirate, they have two swords, they do it reverse, that's how. So the sad part is that the swords are really kind of short and they're not that long, and they don't combine, but they do look nice. So in Gokaiger, how they do it is that what they do is that they use the great powers of all the older Sentai series to do to summon a Zord or do a finisher. Now to do that, you just gotta do for the back. There's a little turntable. You can say a clock or mainly what you could say it's a steering wheel. You just gotta open it up. So from the right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the cannon comes out. That's how you would actually do the finisher, in which they open it up and the cannon fires. Now you can do it this way, or you can turn to the left, in which all of them open up at once. That's actually the really cool part about this thing, is that you can actually do it from the left side or the right side. But you gotta remember, after you finish it, you have to turn it back to the center of the.
Because they'll keep depressing the switch.
So to take out the cannon, all you gotta do is just press it.
There's a release lever, or you can pull it out yourself, but to make sure it's safe, you'd rather use the release lever because you may snap it.
Yeah, so you can do it like this, but it's a bit harder. You don't want to break the peg. Just press it, and the cannon comes out. The Gokai was actually a really nice mecha. I really like the design. I really like the whole grand power thing. It was really nice. The only thing I don't like is that, of course, just like in show, it's not show accurate because it doesn't store the Zords.
Can't fit in between each other.
But I can understand why, because it would be too big and it would be too expensive. The Gokaiger was released in 2 waves. The first wave was it had a silver sticker with on the front, and it had the Daiso card of the Gokai Red. Later on in the releases, they didn't have it. But if you really care, like I did, by far try to find that one. If you don't really mind, just try to get one right now and just be lucky with it.
The one thing I particularly was kind of surprised that there was no special key that came inside the set, or that can actually connect to the Gokaioh itself to do either a sound effect or trigger the thing itself. It was just not built into it.
But yeah, that's it for our review of the Gokaioh. Join us next week for the Kaizoku Sentai Gokai Jet Analysis. Alright, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next week. Hey guys, I'm Good25.
And Archer 9234.
With episode 107 Ranger. That's not a Ranger review, man. This is.
When I originally saw the show, I didn't even know what most of the vehicles were, because again, the Gokaiger unfortunately sacrificed the use of the individual things for just the simply Gokaioh fights.
And the sad part is that we never actually got to see all the individual Zords a lot. The Galleon was mainly much the most used thing, and we saw like the other 4 maybe once, twice, a few times in the whole series. We saw in a few episodes that they did the attacks, like blue and green did attack together, yellow and pink did attack together. But other than that, they really didn't show much of the whole concept of everything.